Okay, we have our 3 strands of 25 half hitch knots. So now we're going to make some square knots, and I'm going to go down about 1 inch on this first strand, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go over, under, and through, tighten it up, but this time, that's my first knot. My second one is going to be on the right side. So again, you'll go over like a 4. This will go over top. You'll go up and through. So just like the other one, just on the other side as well. So you're doing 1 on the left and 1 on the right. And we'll tighten that up. It does get a little bit bunched, so you just kind of have to play with which string you're pulling and how you want that to set at the end here. And then, so that's 1 square knot. We're going to do 2 square knots. So we're going to do the left side, up and through, and then we're going to do the right side. Floki's going to bark. We got a 4, up and through. Go check it out, buddy. Go check it out. And tighten that up. So see, if I pull this, it's gonna do all kinds of crazy things. But if I pull it down like that, it looks nice and neat. So I've done 2 square knots. About, this one ended up probably about 1 inch, 1.25 inches. I don't know. You can make it however long you want. There's no wrong way to do this. But now I'm going to do the other strand. So I'm going to pull these 2 together and kind of see where this square knot started and start my other strand about that same spot. Once I get it tightened up like this, I'm going to bring them together again just to see if I'm on the right spot here to make them as even as I can. Again, they don't have to be perfect, because once you have your little pot or oil bottle in your hanger, you're not going to really tell if they're straight or not, but trying to make them as much as possible here. So there's 1 square knot, then we'll go in and do the other side, and so there's 2 square knots here, and then I'm just going to adjust my string so that it lays nicely. We've got both sides there, and then we'll come in and we'll do the third one here. 2 square knots on this strand. The left side, and now the right side. See, they're not exactly perfect, but they are good enough for me. Gonna just roll with it. So now we've got 2 square knots on all 3 of our strands here, coming together. Now comes the fun part. We're going to create the little basket that our pot is going to sit in. So for this, I like to have my pot handy so that I can kind of see what it's all going to look like. I'm going to hang this one here next to us so we can see the finished product and what that kind of looks like. So let's get that hook on there. So see that guy, here's the square knots that we just did. Now we're going to join them together and create this little basket, which is so much fun. Okay, so we have our little square knots. I'm going to put the pot in here just to kind of mock up how it's going to hang and what it's going to look like, right? So it's going to look like that. What we're going to do is on this front strand is we're going to take these 2, and then on this one we're going to take these 2. So it's kind of the ones that are closest together. We're going to join them and create a knot right here. Okay? So we've joined those 2. We're going to do the same thing. Take the center 2 and start building our knots around. We're going to do square knot on this as well. So I'm going to bring it down about as far as I did here. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. And we're going to start our square knot with that. So we'll go make our 4 over, bring it up and together. Now we'll do the other side here, and we'll just adjust our strings to make it nice and tight here. Okay, there's one square knot. Then we'll go in and we'll do another square knot. This one, do the left side, and we'll do the right side. And there we go. We have joined together this front part. So now we're going to take and we're going to do this side here, these two strands, and we'll grab the next closest one and do those two strands. We'll pull it down to see about where we want to start our square knot, right about here. We'll do the left side, and then we'll do the right side. If I can get the strings to cooperate with me. Just takes a little bit of patience to get everything to line up nicely for you. Okay, there's one square knot. We'll go in and do a second square knot. Two. Okay, so now we've got two sides hooked together. Now we just need to hook these outside sides together, so we'll bring those around, pull them down to see where we want to start that first square knot. Kind of look at how everything else is laid out. There we go. Okay. We'll do the left side. It's going to start twisting on me here. That one's a little high, so I'm just going to wiggle it down so that it's about the same height as the other sides. About tight, and now we'll do the other square knot. Okay. Now we've got kind of the start to our little basket here. So these are the knots we just did. We're going to go down and we're going to join together again and make another set of square knots. So looking at my hanger, these two are closest together. So taking the outside two from each of those, bringing them together, pulling it down about as far as we did with the top ones, and making another set of square knots here. Got one. And two. Okay, so we got that side done. Gonna look like this. And now we'll move on to the other one. Start our square knot about here. Looks about even with this other side. Maybe bring it down just a tink. And finish this one up. Kind of holding on to my knot while I pull on the sides to tighten it up. Do left side and right side. Okay. Go, we've got that going on. Now we just have to connect the other two, round it out. Do this square knot, and then this square knot, side. Here we go. And then do this one here. And there. Now we have a nice little basket for the pot. I'm going to put it in so you can see what it looks like here. So we did go a little bit further in my gap than I did in this other one, but gives it kind of a different look. And so now we are going to do another gathering knot just like we did at the top here, and we'll do that at the bottom to finish it up.